And the franchise is selected. Name of the league: Big Head League 2. Entering franchise hub. Play season game is selected. Entering searching pop-up, searching for opponent. If opponent is not found, invite will be sent. Entering team select screen. The Green Bay Packers, the home team, are selected. Entering Superstar, view Superstar X. Entering Jerry Alexander, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers.
Are you ready?
Enter yes. No. Yes. Play season game is selected. Entering searching pop-up, searching for opponent. If opponent is not found, invite will be sent.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your pens, A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing.
Entering team select screen. The Green Bay Packers, the home team, are selected.
To the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out.
Billy_set. Ready. Red. Advanced settings. And flip. Val J. Hardblock. Ready. IM. Play call off. Entering. Edit uniform submenu. Ari K. Kingsbury selected.
Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Advanced setting. Ready.
Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets full? Close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know that's set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
18, 44, 26. Hey, orbit.
Mike Popo. Not today, you are. Not today. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Back north.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Hey, Haywood.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check, check. Exit, exit. Kill, kill, kill. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Hey, black.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike Popo. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Chance.
Kelly, don't let Kelly.
Rodgers throwing again. He completes it to Jones.
Out of the ball, I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you.
Rodgers to throw once more. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of a field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Foxtrot.
To throw is Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And Crosby missed it. No good. Wide to the left for Crosby. And this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38.
Watch the alert.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
59 Mike.
Bravo.
Check, 59. I'm going to run you over.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. In our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. They do a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get in them holes. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Hey, 88.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check.
Hey, Charlie.
44. Mike, 44. Switch.
We are going.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
In your face. Check. Lucky.
Get 300. Flip it, get it.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Bang, 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 bang.
Alert, 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 alert.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a break.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did in their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, Alpha.
Here we go, D, get up.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix, of course, a former Green Bay Packer, there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Rodgers now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's red, up.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Here we go, Jim. 51, Mike 51.
Alert.
Give me that blue.
Blue.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Zadarius Smith, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return is Irvin. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 22. Now Rodgers. He shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Rodgers now to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want
posing their will score. And right now they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tramon Williams. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check. Recon, 132 fighter.
They try again with Cohen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check. 180.
Go.
Alert. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
They go play action with Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down there. We got this. So what? Ran. So what? Check, 93.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
All day.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Montgomery, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Hey, 18. 51, Mike 51. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Hey, 18. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Watch the screen.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Push him back. Push him back. Ran, touch.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Don't get nervous. Check, 93's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I'm here all day. I'm here.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Green 18. 58, come on. Hey, take 26. Green 18.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
He's moving, boys, he's moving.
Check, 93's the mic, 93.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he's out right at the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
44's the mic, 44's mic.
To throw is Rodgers. Operating from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Crosby with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Motion, motion, I got one.
Check, 93 is the mic. Get the ball. Check, 93 is the mic. 93 is the mic.
Now it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Dean Lowry. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage.
And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Jones, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Again, it's Cohen. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. On first down. It's Cohen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Trubisky to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. 51 to Mike. Watch the run.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. There he goes right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Packers, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Post-game report, players' stats. Finish game. Entering player upgrades. Jerry Alexander. Franchise hub screen. Enter. Yes. Franchise. Superstar Co. Entering screen the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ready. Ready. No, ready.
I just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready? Black, 25, behind. I'm coming. Green, come and see. Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A first down throw for Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Entering pause screen, resume. Entering cancel pop-up waiting
yards
for
on the
your
first
pitch
down
resume
completion.
online game. Cancel.
At the 43-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for it. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing is Newton. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now this throw caught left side. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Now Newton, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now, Winston. They'll roll him out right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football. Then
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Newton now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. T.J. Logan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. A gain of 22.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
Now Newton on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
21-0, our score after 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Newton to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Manhertz. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 49 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They run the counter. Logan. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On 2nd down now, it's Logan. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. T.J. Logan with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Newton. Dancing to his left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
Newton has the hook up here to Hogan. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And 3 yards there.
Much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And the cutback. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, Newton. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life. No doubt about it. But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling. And happy. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good headed scheme going. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the carry, it's Logan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively. It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get this to Ogunbowale out of the backfield. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. On play action, Winston. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
On 2nd and 9, Newton buying time to his left. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
And Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for Carolina. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Newton on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Let's get it.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Newton. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Looked at me like the doctor what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Newton. And Adams has it, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
So it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the 50, Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. It's a gain of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Newton now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from the 20 as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 24, Winston. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 30.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. A run with Ogunbowale. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dare Ogunbowale. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Newton throwing again. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 46. To the air again, Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short.
Gun.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton, and Thomas has it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Newton will bring him up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's Newton. Steps away to his left. Now he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This is McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A 3-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Here's Winston. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Winston to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fielded at the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, the Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Following the interception, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. He had his his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it would.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Entering XP. Entering player upgrades screen. You have 19 up. Entering franchise hub screen. Advance week. View box score is selected. Team adjust leave. Standings. Entering stats screen. Entering franchise stats. Entering stats. Entering franchise standings. Entering stats screen. Player stats. And pass attempts. Passing interceptions 14. Rushing selected. Rushing average per game 58.5.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone.
Rushing yards 100. Entering season stats screen. Entering franchise hub. League standings. Entering NFL rank 1, rank 2, AFC rank, NFC rank, rank 8, rank 3, rank 1.
They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a animal. Know the game like
rank 1, rank 3.
Unanimous hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us.
Rank 4.
I will not
rank 5, rank 1, rank 4, rank 2.
I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, oh, deal with the hands.
AF rank 11, NF rank 8, NFC rank 5, NF rank 10, NF rank, NFL rank 1, NFC rank 3. Rank 13, NF rank 10, NF rank 5, NF rank 1, rank 4, rank 4.
This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear it
rank NF rank 5, NF rank 10, NF rank 13, rank 3.
Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is shield. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, for your post, your pop, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat.
Entering franchise members you have get leave stats. Entering stats screen player and
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel.
Reds by Great Ram, Great Panther selected, Hate, Packer, Lions, Cal, Cole, Rams, Saint, Packer, Ron, AFC, name him Mayfield. Passing yards 1000, NFC select, passing yards 2001, passing yard, passing TDS 27.
This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, really rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is shield. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my
Entering Legacy. Player stats. Entering franchise hub. Map. Leave. Transactions. Team. My team. You have 7 options. Roster is selected. Entering roster screen. F. QB. Name. Bear. Seahawks. Packers. Lions. Jag. Patriots. Name T. Braid. A. FB selected. Name Jade. AHB. Name J. Age 22. Age 20. Age 20. CB select. Age 20. Overall grade 99. Overall grade 99. Overall grade 7. FS. Overall grade 9. SS select. Overall grade 83.
I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. Know my color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch.
Entering franchise hub screen, my team. Team 3. U-Box scores. Entering warning pop-up. Are you sure you want to quit franchise mode? No. Trade data. Trade proposed. You have 3 options. Accept offer is selected.
Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Under late, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
think I'd be